really, really young. So I have worked in I'm studying journalism and worked in all of these different corporations like BET, CBS, Fox, NBC, FBR. And the goal was always to have my own show. But they always kept telling me no. So I'm I was just gonna do it myself. So I started my own show. And 3 years later, I'm like, okay, I've worked at all these corporations and I've had my show 3 years now. How can I give back to my community and help other people develop their own shows? So I started the boot camp.
Outreach.
So I have a big network, like very strong network of people who I'm close with, like I'm cool with. So my very next person was ZZ. She has ZZ Yoga and she has a huge network. And I just DM'd her. I'm like, ZZ, I'd love to have you on the show. Like, are you gonna be on it? And she was like, yeah. So most of the people that are on the show, I'm like connected with in some way. Like either we're cool or like friends of friends. And if not before, definitely after. Like I stay in touch with everyone who's been on the show. But I definitely utilize my network, and I'm not scared to like blow someone's DMs down until they answer. Like that's how I got Javante. Blew them DMs down. I'm like, somebody's gonna answer me.
Y'all, family, check this out. Welcome to another episode of the Living Proof Podcast, where we bring real people, real testimonies, real story, because you are living proof no matter what level that you at. Y'all already know, I always got special guests in the building. Today, I got somebody who brings the light. I got somebody who curates. I got somebody who hosts. I don't even know what they do. They just a jack of all trades. Like, when I see them come across my desk, I said, yo, I am so impressed with this young lady. We got Sommer here in the building. Sommer, what's up?
Hi, thanks for having me.
How you feeling, Sommer?
I feel good. I feel like the light. Thank you for saying that.
What season you in? Like, let me know. Like, what's this season for you? Like, you've been, recording. It seems like taking over Howard, interviewing, doing a podcast, something like. What season you in?
This season is called Getting Money.
Okay.
Yes. Every other season, like I'm just enduring to put in the work, like get my name out there, build experience. But this season, I'm like, it's time to make some money.
For real. Hey, listen, I ain't bad with that, man. I see that you're doing the podcast, summits and the boot camps. How did that come about? Like, what made you say, I was doing a podcast out of all the things that you could have been doing?
Well, I've always really liked to talk, and I've always wanted my own show, like since I was really, really young. So I have I'm studying journalism and worked in all of these different corporations like BET, CBS, Fox, NBC, FBR. And the goal was always to have my own show. But they always kept telling me no. So I was just gonna do it myself. So I started my own show. And 3 years later, I'm like, okay, I've worked at all these corporations and I've had my show 3 years now. How can I give back to my community and help other people develop their own shows? So I started the boot camp.
Man, I ain't mad at that. Listen, if they don't want to give it to you, you take it, right?
Hello.
Listen, you ain't wait. The two things in life I learned early. You don't wait on nobody and you don't hate on nobody, for sure.
I like that.
It's crazy because I look at it and I'm like, all this talent out of DC, and then you got somebody, I think St. Louis, correct?
Yeah.
You come up here and you start taking over. How many haters you got out there?
I don't count them. I don't count them.
So people been coming at you like, who you think you are?
They really don't. Like, I
Okay.
think that the DMV, I've lived in a lot of places, St. Louis, Detroit, Toronto, Miami, New York. And I think the DMV, I actually haven't experienced that much hate here. In other places, I have. But in the DMV, it's really been all love. So that's why I'm still here.
So what place hate the most?
Detroit. I'm not gonna lie. Detroit is some haters.
That is crazy.
I know, it's so unfortunate.
I was somebody came in my DMs and was like, yo, I think, you know what I mean, you a scammer. How you gonna scam the scammers? We from Detroit. I was like, hey, so y'all just claim like y'all scamming. Now y'all hating on people? Hey,
Yeah, it was not good.
it's crazy, man. I got a D, because my initials is DM. I got a D tatted on me, like, and everybody come up to me like, I'm from Detroit. Can't claim that no more.
Okay, well, I will say I actually like the city and I like the culture. I was there in high school, so maybe it was just high schoolers hating, but they were some haters. But I do like Detroit.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Before you got into podcasting, what was like as a little girl growing up? What was your dream?
To have my own show. Like, I've always been a yapper. Like, you know how people this is new for people? This is not new for me. Like, you can ask anyone in my family, they'll be like, oh yeah, she like to talk. I just like to yap.
So you
I'm a
had
professional yapper.
you got in trouble in school?
all the time. They used to be like, "I'm about to move you to another seat." I'm like, "Imma talk to them too." Like, it doesn't matter where you move me, I'm gonna talk.
That's what's up. How was your parents? Your parents still together? What was
Yeah.
the household growing up? Like, I wanna take it all the way back so they understand who Summer is. He'll start it because I know they see you, modeling, reporting, like, you out there popping, you got the likes and the comments and the following, but, like, take me back to growing up. What was that like?
Yeah, so I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. It was my father, my mother, and my brother and I. And my parents are still together. They just celebrated 30 years
Who
of marriage. I have an older sister as well, but I grew up really nicely. Like, always with the family. I'm a big family person. We always have fun. Like, we'd host a lot and have people over all the time. So I had a very fortunate childhood. And I always say, like, I can reach back and, like, it's like a reservoir of joy. Like, anytime I'm feeling sad, like, I can look back at my childhood and, like, just feel fulfilled. But we did move around a lot. So when I was 12, I moved to Toronto.
mm,
Then when I was 16, I moved to Detroit. And those were difficult transitions for me. But I'm still really grateful.
so where they at now? Your
Mhm.
parents?
Oh, they're in Raleigh now.
They're in Raleigh.
Yes.
Anytime we in Raleigh, mama,
Yeah.
y'all like the host?
Go say hello.
So first time, like you always grew up and said, "I can do a show." What was that first person that said, "Hey, listen, no, Summer, you can do this"? Who was that first person that put that battery in your back? Because I think that mentorship and guidance is like, yes, we have our own self-confidence, but somebody confirming that just makes us go so much harder.
You know what's crazy? Actually, my whole life, like, people never encourage me. Like, they never ever like, I'll say, like, I don't have the parents that are a lawyer. They're like, "Yeah, go ahead, do what you want. Yeah, go ahead, do what you want." But, like, they don't have the keys. They're not journalists, so they didn't know what to do. So no one was ever like, "Summer, you can do this on a meeting." Like, that never ever happened until I did it. And now that's when the, like, support and encouragement comes, but no one ever, like, affirmed my vision and my goal, ever.
So your parents ain't saying, "Nah, Summer, you to do this."
No. But
I
you
discourage you because, like, you know what I mean? They like those who we listen to, like, and I know you like a generation younger than me, but like your parents was like, that's who you listen to. Whatever they say goes. Like,
well, they didn't say you can't do it. They just didn't have the keys. Like, they weren't like, "Okay, in order for you to do this, you need to do that." They were just like, "Okay, cool. You wanna be a cool." And so I had to figure out for myself, which is like a reoccurring theme in my life. And I think a lot of people assume for me that, like, I'll get a lot of stuff handed to me or, like, things come to me easily. No. Everything in my life I had to figure out by myself, for myself, so I'm, like, super independent in that way.
that's crazy. Because a lot of people do. They like, oh, she get the pretty girl treatment.
Exactly.
She gonna get whatever she want. Like, and some people that they all right, that they gonna hate on it.
Exactly.
And I get it. Like, describe that first moment where you had your first, like, hey, listen, I'm starting my show. What did you do? Because there's some people on here that they, how do I start a podcast? I don't have this. I don't have this. How did you start? Like, for us, like, people don't realize we started with the iPhone 8. That was it.
Wow.
They see the followers now and like, no, when I started creating my content, I held my phone out and I recorded every day and I didn't stop.
Yeah. Oh, I think for me, so I kept saying to everyone, like, "I want my own show. I want my own show." So it got to the point where we're like, "Where's the show at?" And I am a woman of my word, so if I say I'm gonna do something, I have to do it. So it came down to one year, it was actually 2023. I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna do it." And so I'm like, "What steps do I need to take?" So I thought back to, like, Howard and, like, journalism, maybe, having, like, producing shows there, not my own, but, like, news vision shows. I'm like, "Okay, I need to write a script, so let me write one. I need to contact a videographer, so let me contact one. I need to get my makeup done, so let me contact that person." So once I had, like, all of those appointments booked and scheduled and the script written, I'm like, "Well, now I just gotta show up." So showed up to the studio, recorded like 4 episodes where it's just like me talking to the camera. I didn't have a guest yet. And I released it on my birthday. I'm like, I already know my Instagram page will be going up on my birthday. Let me go ahead and drop my first video then. So I dropped it then it went up. I was like, okay, I like this. So I dropped all 4 of them, felt good about it, but I'm like, this isn't sustainable. Like, it doesn't feel good just talking to the camera. Like, I like to interact with someone. So I booked my first guest. His name is Phil Lewis. He's actually currently the president of Washington Association of Black Journalists. sat down with him, went up. I'm like,
All right, so hold on, hold on. How did you get Phil?
so it's funny, Phil's actually from Detroit. So I knew him
Okay.
from a while back. He came to Howard one day to talk to our class. I kept in touch with him. Phil Lewis is the guy that you always see on social media who's like sharing the news of like what's going on in the world. And everybody watches his page, like keep up with the news. So I was already connected with him. I'm like, Phil, you're the one. And he's like, yeah, I got you. And he's held it down. He's such a good person.
Man, y'all gotta build these relationships. Really worth so much more than money. And I don't think people understand, right?
It's the truth.
Like I see people now, I'm reaching out to people on like they're like, well, are you paying for my travel? Are you paying for this? And it's like you don't realize like we don't even have 100 subscribers. It's spiritual would already posted the podcast. Like the relationships are worth so much more than money. So walk me through that. Like I got Phil sitting down. I'm used to talking to myself.
Yeah.
Like I want you to walk me through that little girl that's going through it right now. Like, yeah, I want to start a podcast. I want to be in media, but that first guest, I'm not sure. I'm nervous. Like I don't know how to do it.
Oh my God.
How's you feeling?
I was nervous. Like when I go back and watch the episode, I just want to give both Summer hugs. Like
You turned it off? Like, okay, take it.
no, it's crazy because like I wasn't used to like being in front of the camera yet. But like I did my research. I asked you questions. The conversation was good, but it was just like the relationship with the camera I needed to work on. So I'm not mad at it. But Phil, he was just so polite and like just so patient with me, and just just he was really really good first guest. So um
Did y'all go all the way through or you hit the pause? Like, hold on, Phil. Let me gather my stuff.
No, I'm one take Drake.
Okay.
One take Drake, let's knock it out. We sat there 30 minutes, I knocked it out, shared it a few weeks later, and I was good to go, and then I just kept moving.
And then what happened once you shared it? Like, I'm sure you shared it on Instagram and
Shared it on Instagram.
YouTube and things. And what happened? You said it was up. Like, what does that mean?
Well, so I collaborated with him, and he has a good following. And I asked him the question that we shared on social media was like, "What does the future of Black journalism look like?" And he answered and said, "Me." He was like, "It looks like you." And so it was just like a really like touching and powerful moment in the fact that like so many people could resonate because they're starting their own podcasts and like independent media. So it was just a really beautiful moment. I was really happy to.
That's crazy. It's people out here that need to come see you because they like me. I'm a commit first, figure it out. Like I lay the carpet and then
Right.
it gives me the next move.
Same.
Like people always think that I always got to figure it out. So how do you teach people to start a podcast? I need you to break that down because it's a little girl that's like, I want to be like Summer. I don't care what I'm doing. I want to be like Summer. I need you to break that down. How would you tell them to start from day one?
Yeah. So, well, that's what I do in the podcast boot camp. Like the very first week, we go over your branding. So, like how you have your colors, your book, your table, your logo, all of that. We go over all of that so that it's cohesive. We build your mission, your vision, your tagline, your elevator pitch. We build that all out. The second week we do production tips. So you know how to work the camera, you know what it should look like, you know how close the mic should be, what the lighting should look like. The third week we go over journalism. So you do research on like how to ask questions, how to follow up, how to be responsible in this space. Um, and then you look at social media marketing. How do I want to share this? How do I want to distribute? So I would say create a plan that highlights all of that in that order. So you have your foundation all the way to sharing, and then you just do it. Just literally do it. Like people always ask me, like, what should I do if I'm scared? Don't do it then. Like that's what I tell them. I'm like, if fear is gonna stop you, don't do it.
Hey, I ain't mad at that. I think I'm gonna come through the pot. I think I'm gonna come through the boot camp. Like
Come on.
it's only, and I think it's so much more value and so much more worth it than only $1,000. Like that's something that I like. If you're gonna walk me through that type of step by step, I think it's only worth like, I would pay $10,000. I don't know.
Oh, and you also get 2 episodes filmed, and you get a photo shoot that goes along, so when you're ready to drop, you have everything for you, but trust me, the next cohort, price is going up. I just had to get my, like, foundation figured out, but it's going up.
I don't know. When y'all see this, man, if y'all want to do a podcast, I would definitely jump in because I'm definitely gonna be there. So from Phil, did you just start like what is your outreach technique? Are you just like, hey, I'm shooting people with DMs? Because that's me. It's just like, hey, my assistant goes in, like research people that's in this area. Cause it's hard to get people. I think it would be easier for me to go mobile, but I'm like, I got my own thing going on. I want people to come and sit down with me. But what is that technique? Is just like outreach?
So, I have a big network, like, very strong network of people who I'm close with, like, I'm cool with. So My very next person was ZZ. She has ZZ Yoga, and she has a huge network, and I just DM'd her. I'm like, "ZZ, I'd love to have you on the show, like, you gonna be on it?" And she was like, "Yeah." So most of the people that are on the show, I'm, like, connected with in some way, like, either we're cool or, like, friends of friends, and if not before, definitely after, like, I stay in touch with everyone who's been on the show. But I
Mm,
definitely utilize my network, and I'm not scared to, like, blow someone's DMs down until they answer. Like, that's how I got Javante. Blew them DMs down. I'm like, "Somebody's gonna answer me," and eventually they
what
did.
what blowing them down look like? 20 messages, 30
So
messages?
however many it takes, like, you're gonna answer me, and if you don't answer me on this page, I'm gonna find another page and blow them DMs down, and I'm gonna just keep going until somebody answers. So I end up, like, finding his manager, blew them DMs down. Next thing I know, I was sitting down with him for an interview.
Come on now. Listen, some of y'all are watching this, and that's the confidence that you need. You need a mentor like Summer. I don't know what you're doing. She is living proof of what you wanna do. Y'all sitting there, some of y'all got cameras set up, and y'all still not going out there and getting it. Like, y'all need a mentor, man. That's crazy. So, Javante, how was that? Like, "Oh, snap. I finally got him." Like, it's different from reaching out to people, and then it's like, "Oh, snap. We
When you in
here."
front of the it really is. No, Gervonta was really cool because I wasn't into boxing before that. I had a friend that was like, "You need to do interviews for boxing." I was like, "Why?" Like, I don't like boxing." He was like, "Nah, you need to do that. You need to touch in that lane." So I'm like, "Okay." So when I was able to, like, go in that lane, I was able to see the perspective I brought because everybody was talking about the same thing, asking the same questions. To me, it was boring because
Mhm.
I'm like, I wanna go behind the scenes, like, who are you outside of boxing? And so that's what I was able to bring, and, like, everyone I talked to in interview, they were like, "You bring such a different perspective, like a breath of fresh air." I was like, "Oh, that's so nice." So I really leaned into it, but sitting down with Gervonta, I was nervous, but he was actually really kind to me, and we had a really good conversation, so I was really glad that we were able to do that.
That's super dope. I don't wanna miss or skip over something very important. You said you have a network, right? How in the world did you build a network? Because some people just don't have that. And they for some reason, they think that my cousin is gonna be the one or my sister gonna be the one. It's like, no, you have to get outside of that.
Yeah.
So how like, I know you went to college, that built a crazy network,
It did.
but what other things have you done to build a network?
Yeah. Well, definitely, you're right. Howard did really build my network, but like how I told you, I'm a talker. Like I just talk to people. I'm not. I just go up to people and talk to them and find like connection points and then maintain those connections. Like I'm not scared to make new friends or make connections or just like okay, for example, I went to Sundance Film Festival the other day, right? And I see T.I. walking down the street. So I walk over to him, I'm like, "T.I., I'm not gonna lie to you, like, you in front of my face, I gotta shoot my shot." And he was like,
Yeah.
"What kind of shot?" I'm like, It's a professional shot, don't worry." So I told him, I'm like, "I need you on the show." He was like, "I got you, connect with my dude." So I connected with him. We're still in conversation now, but, like, you just can't let anything stop you from, like, seizing the moment. So whenever there's a moment in front of me, I'm gonna take it. And that's how I've built my network.
You gotta be diligent out here because people always tell me, "Man, connect with my dude," and it's like, alright, but then it goes stale. It's like you gotta keep
You
at it
gotta
and keep
keep
at it and keep
if I showed you these text messages with T.I.'s team, you would be like, "Yeah, you're insane." But, like, you gotta make it happen one way or another.
That's crazy. So how was it going to HBCU Howard, the staple Howard? I know it was lit up there. Like, what was college life like?
I love Howard. Like, that was one of
Was that like little girl stuff? Like, listen, that I gotta go to Howard.
No, it actually
Mm,
Howard wasn't on my radar. I think so I grew up in the Midwest, and, like, I'm not saying it's a Midwest thing, but, like, East Coast is very pro-Black. Midwest, you kinda just get in where you fit in, and so it wasn't even on my radar. I knew of HBCUs, but I wasn't like, "I gotta go to one." Um Until I went on a Black college tour. This church took me and, like, a group of people on a Black college tour, and I was like, "You know what? Hell yeah, I like this." So and I also wasn't a college person. I wasn't like, "I gotta go to college," but my parents were like, "You gotta go to college." So I was like, "Alright, cool." So, went to Howard on the tour, sent in an application. I only sent in, like, 3 college applications, period.
mm.
Howard was the only one I got in. I'm like, "Well, Howard chose me." And it was such a beautiful experience. Like, I'm so glad I went and met all the people I met, took all the classes I took. It really improved my hustle, and it was just a lot of fun.
That's good. I need you to look at the camera and tell a little girl that, listen, it's okay to go to HBCU. Because I be in conversations and, I mentor a lot of people and a lot of kids, and they be like, tell her don't go to HBCU, go to here. And it's like, why?
No, it's not only okay to go to the HBCU, it's, like, mandatory, like, I'm not gonna make my kids go to an HBCU, but they will be heavily influenced going to an HBCU because the education is it's amazing, but, like, what you learn about yourself, I think, is the most beautiful part. Like, how you fit in this world, actually, how this world fits around you. Like, we are the culture makers. We are the decision makers. Um, we are actually created most of this stuff. So, like, and HBCU teaches you that and shows you how impactful and important you are and have always been.
Hmm. So you ain't get that growing up in St. Louis or anything.
No, I didn't know any of that.
So it was a real like culture shock when you
It
came
was
to
a
DC.
real
Like
culture shock.
you saw somebody beat their feet for the first time.
I did. No, I love DC, but I know when I got here, I'm like, I'm about to be going to school in this. Like, my brother went to FAU in Florida, beautiful campus, like
Beautiful.
beautiful palm trees everywhere. And then I pull up to Howard, I'm like, oh shit, like
See the
this
McDonald's across the street.
right. People fight. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be interesting, but like it's a beautiful experience. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
That's good. Like, how was your grades in college? Like, cause it's hard to stay. Like, I only went for a semester. Like, I couldn't do it. I was partying, wasn't getting up for class. Next thing they told me, they were, you gotta go.
Oh no.
And like, how does you stay focused? Because I was like, from day one, it was like, we ain't got no parents around. We don't got nobody telling us
Right.
what to do.
Free.
Man, it's lit.
Yeah, it was lit. I stayed focused because I was there for a goal, you know? I knew I was there to graduate, essentially. I didn't know what I wanted to do after, but I was like, I have to get out of here and make something for myself, so let me lock in now. I didn't really start locking in till, like, junior year, but my final semester, I had a 4.0, which is the first 4.0 I ever had in my whole entire life, so I was so happy, and I graduated magna cum laude, so
Mm.
I just felt really good about it, and my grandfather actually was really, really big on education, like, that was really important to him. He unfortunately passed away when I was a sophomore in college, but when I graduated, I could feel his presence, and I was like, I did this for something bigger than me. Like, I felt like I did it for him, and so it felt really good to, like I I know he was proud. Even though he wasn't around, I know he was proud.
Y'all was like this. Y'all was
We were
close.
close. We were definitely close, but I just know my grandfather cared so much about education, and so I care a lot about education because of him.
Do you think that you have to go? Like, cause
To
like
college?
the college.
No, I don't think it's for everybody.
Hmm.
I don't think it's for everybody. There are a lot of different, avenues that you can take. There's a lot of successful people who never went to college.
Yeah, like, I don't wanna be biased, like, I told I got 2 kids, and I'm like, "I'm not gonna be mad at y'all if y'all don't."
Yeah,
I went to JUCO, and then that was, like, 30 days, and that was it.
yeah,
But, we still came out successful. I think it's hustle is grit. But I think if you do go to college, like, you should focus on your network. Like, it'd be great for you to build a network.
yep,
Get with other people, get with innovators. Y'all the next generation that's coming.
yeah,
Like, it should like, because so many parents are like, "No, you have to go," and I'm like,
yeah.
"You didn't go.
Right, and
You pressing somebody to go, but you didn't go, so you
yeah.
really don't have the experience to talk on that."
Yeah. And, times were different. Like, I think maybe 20 years ago, you had to have a college degree in order to get certain jobs.
Right.
Now, you can get certain jobs without having a degree at all. You just have to have the skill. I always say that, like, college doesn't teach you what to learn, it teaches you how to learn.
Mm.
So for me, that was a helpful asset in, like, just continuing to build. But no, it's not for everybody, and I don't think it's necessary in 2026.
At all. Like, these kids are like, listen, I'm watching these kids, and it's kids younger than me that's crushing it. Like,
Yeah,
content creation is a real job now.
it
Like,
is.
when are these people gonna accept it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Like, YouTubing, podcasting, it's a real job,
It is.
right?
But I just think about, like, what's the longevity of it? Like, is it sustainable? Like, let's say 20 years from now, YouTube isn't around anymore or Instagram, then what? What is it gonna look like? So that's why I think it's more important to develop the skill. Cause like, I could still talk here or go there, you know what I mean? If those aren't around anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like, you gotta think AI is moving fast.
Exactly.
You got AI singers, you got AI creators. It's like it kinda is scary. So what do you feel about that movement? The AI, because it's here. It ain't going nowhere.
So I like to utilize AI as a tool, like a helpful tool, like administrative tool. Like I'm not gonna rely on it for creativity. I rely on it for administrative tasks, like build out this Excel chart, stuff like that. Um, I won't let AI use my face or my voice and recreate a podcast unless they paying me, millions and millions. But I think that we do need to be careful with it and how we utilize it. But if you utilize it as a tool, which it should be, then it's helpful. But I think there is a fine line.
I ain't gonna lie, I be using like AIs everywhere in my business and in my personal life. I be like, man, how do you spell this word anymore? I be forgetting how to spell
That's
because I use it so
cool.
much.
But
I'm like,
oh,
hey, do this, or outreach, and I'm like, certain words. I be reading books. I be like, how don't I know this word?
well, that's good to use it in that way, right? But I wouldn't be like, "Hey, build my episode out. Like, create the conversation for this podcast episode." Because then, like, where do you show up in that now?
Right.
Like, you taking out your authenticity and originality.
Yeah, but it also gives people that maybe not familiar with it good points. So you
So
can
do
use it.
your research and figure it out so that you can have that skill and you don't have to rely on AI.
There you could.
That's just how I feel.
But what if you don't have time?
You better make time. Like, if that's something that you wanna do as a profession, you have to be the best at it. AI is only gonna be as good as whoever created it.
That's
I'm trying to be better than that.
that's a fact.
That's just me, though.
That's a fact. Lead into that and letting AI and stuff. Some people they do. I use it. They do their research, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been embarrassed a couple times.
See? I have been too.
I've been embarrassed.
I have been too because it's not 100% accurate.
That's a fact.
Like, it will make mistakes. It will hallucinate.
Mhm.
Yes, I have been embarrassed by AI as well.
And I'm coming with my stuff right. I'm like, oh shit.
Exactly.
Let me just wing it.
It
You know what I mean? I'm glad
You're
I picked
better
up.
off winging it than saying something that's not correct.
So let me going back to podcasting. What was the worst situation or worst interview you ever been in? I know there was where it's like this day is just not going right. This conversation ain't going right. They may not be giving me anything. I'm trying to bring it out of them.
Yeah.
What was that moment?
I've had 2 like that. So, okay, both of these
You gonna be brave? You gonna say a name?
yeah, both of these guests, I think are great people and I think are doing good work. I just don't think they had any media training. So one was KP Skywalker and one was Lil Low.
Mm.
I love them down. I think they're good people and I'm grateful that they came on the show and that we had a conversation. I think that that may have been, like, their first podcast episode, and my show is deep. Like, I'm asking you, like, "How did you get here? What motivated you? Like, where was your father? Like, where was your mother?" Like, I'm asking things like that, and sometimes and they're both younger, people haven't come to terms with these situations themselves, right? So they're not ready to share it publicly, nor have they even maybe thought about it. So both of those podcasts, it was difficult trying to, like, pull things out of them and get them to think about things, like, dynamically and in maybe in a way they haven't before. But I will say I would have both of them back on the show, and I'm sure the conversation would look different now because I think both of them both, like, have messaged me like, "Hey, I really thought about what you said, and, like, I'd love to come back and talk about it again."
Oh, so you even gave them game after, like, hey, listen.
No, I didn't
Oh.
actually. I think they just went back and watched or maybe thought about it and was like, "Wow, okay, that's something I could think." At least Lil Love, for example, he was like, "That's I wanna come back and, like, really, really answer it in a better way."
Yeah, cause like for me starting a podcast, it's like, if I ask what was your dad, it was all how your relationship was with your dad, it's like, it was cool.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. And also, I found a way to, like, mitigate that. What I realized I need to start doing is talking to people on the phone before the episode so that I can, like, get a feel of our chemistry and get a feel of how you answer questions. Because some people do just come on here and be like, "Yes, it was cool. No." I'm like, "Why'd you join the show if you're not gonna share anything?" Like, you need to open up. But some people, this makes them nervous.
yeah, I mean, my engineer, we talk about it all the time. He said, man, listen, they can have 3 million
Yeah.
followers, but when these bright lights start to hit you and they see these cameras and they see that timer start to go, and it's like,
They get
bro, you
scared.
you all right?
Yeah.
You sweating?
Yeah, and also, I have to do a better job as a host of, like, reassuring them, like, "Hey, hold on, cut the cameras really quick. Like, you okay? Like, is there anything you need from me? Like, let me know how I can help make you more comfortable in this conversation." And so that's something I had to pick up on too, like, if I I remember I was interviewing someone and he was shaking really bad. I'm like, "Hey, it's just me and you talking like."
You ain't laugh?
No, I didn't laugh. It's not funny to me.
Oh man, I'd have you more mature than me. I'd have been like, listen, Swift, you gotta get this guy, man.
No, I felt bad. I understand like this can be intimidating.
Nah, for sure. I mean, I remember I always go back to first clips, like when I first got in front of the camera, and it was like, why your voice sound like
I
that? What was
know.
going
I
on?
know. I
Like I remember being on Fox News for the first time, and it's like, that's not ain't it's no cuts.
no.
So
And it's live.
I'm sitting there like, oh man, do I look good? Do I do this? Like, hold like I wanted to say hold on for a second, but it's no hold on.
No, you can't. It's
But
live.
it's crazy, man. So Summertime Podcast, how did that name come about? Like I know your name is Summer, but
Yeah.
Summertime, it just rhymed or is it something significant?
No, I was like, I was always thinking like, okay, what should the name of my podcast be, and like, how can I make it like branded towards me? And so I wanted to incorporate summer in there somewhere, but I was like, summer school, summer vacation. Like, I was trying to think about what it would sound like, and then I was like, summertime, and I like sat on it, and I'm like, it's summertime, and it's kind of like a double entendre because it's like it's summertime, like me time, but
Mhm.
it's also time to like unpack and feel free and feel warm and feel comfortable. So I leaned into summertime. And then throughout life, like people have called me summertime. Like that's a nickname I have from a
Oh
few
yeah,
different people. So I'm like, you know what? I like that. And it sounded good, it looked good, it branded well. So I moved forward with it.
that's crazy. I think you ever had somebody try to do a corny pickup line using your
Of
name?
course.
Uh,
Of course.
what was the worst one? I was just thinking about it like
No, you know what
when you
they
were saying
always
it,
do?
I'm like I know somebody tried to holler at her and did something corny.
They always do. What always happens. They're like, hey, what's your name? I'm like, hi, I'm Summer. What's yours? I'm Winter. And I'm just like this.
Yo, in 2026, man, do me a favor. Read
I'm like, "Do you guys know that people say that every time?" I'm like, "That's not funny." "Hi, summer, I'm winter." I'm like, "It's literally not funny." I hear it all the time.
It's an instant turn off. Like
Instant. I'm like, "It's not funny." Like,
you,
"Be original." I'm like I say, "Do you think I've never heard that before?" Like, be honest. All the time.
mm.
It's so annoying.
Living proof, y'all need to get y'all game up, man.
They
Listen.
do. They do.
Summertime Podcast, you need to check it out. What's next? What's next for you? Like, what do you see? Because I know for a fact as a creator and like you're a creator, you so do so many things, modeling. Like, I'm like, what is next for you?
Yeah, so, actually, I'm about to have my 100th episode, and so I'm really excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's crazy to think about. So I'm gonna do a live show for my 100th episode, and it's gonna be around my birthday, hopefully, if I, like, plan it out well. So it's gonna be like a birthday party slash 100th episode. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm gonna
Birthday party in the summer?
Yes. Birthday party, live episode, all of it in one.
Mm.
I'm also, going to do more cohorts of my podcast boot camp, and it's gonna be more
Need that.
dynamic.
They need that. People need the show. Like people stop the YouTube stuff. No, like you host this live in person. So you were like hands on with these people.
Yes, like and I'm very strict too. I was a professor at Howard, so like it's literally what I taught. And I don't play. Like we show up on time, we do our homework, we get the work done, we're respectful, like we interact and engage with each other. I take it very seriously and I only work with people who also take it very seriously.
So you have like a qualification.
Of course, yeah, there's an application process.
Hmm.
You have to apply and I go through all the applications one by one. I interview each person one by one and I select the ones that I want to work with.
Mm.
And I only choose 5.
Only 5 at a time. So how long is this boot camp?
It's 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Mhm.
5 weeks. How many days? How many
It's
hours?
1 day a week.
Okay.
It's for 2 hours.
Okay.
And the reason I chose 5 is because, like, producing 5 podcasts at once is difficult, right? I really give them one-on-one time. Like, I'm really sitting down with them and going over, like, every detail of their podcast. So, in order for me to be intentional about my time, I can't have that many at once.
Podcast boot camp. You qualifying people. You only getting the right people in the right room. So that's another way to network. Like
It is, because
this,
now we're all in community together, and they're all so smart, and, like, their podcasts are such good ideas, so I'm really excited to, like, work on them with them.
and then they have guests right there. Like if I'm coming to your boot camp, I don't have any guests. I'm like, all right, cool. They were in my
The whole
class.
cohort exactly. Exactly.
And Sommer, you coming too. I
Yeah.
need you on my podcast.
Yeah. And some of them actually have shows that don't have a guest, but, like, what I do wanna emphasize, right, is that, like, the history of the Black press, right? It was Black press was originally created so that Black people can share around the world what was happening to Black people in America, right? And so it started with the Freedom Journal, which was, I think, in 1827. So almost 200 years ago to the year, right? Next year it'll be 200 years. And so I think about that when I'm creating stuff. Like, how can I, as a legacy of these people that came before me, continue to share what is happening to Black people in America? So that's what my podcast is. It's archives of living legacies. And then everyone that I chose also has a similar subject where they are showcasing what is happening in Black America right now. And, like, imagine 200 years, people can look back at those podcasts and be like, "Wow,
Mm,
like, that's what was happening." Like, to me, that is so cool and so powerful. So I'm really grateful to be able to do that work.
I love that. I love that. That's what, like when I was thinking of it, I was like living proof. It's like people are now living like I want to give them their flowers and their roses like now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want
Yeah.
you to like beyond what you got going on, and of course that podcast boot camp and your podcast is amazing. But it's like I want the world to see you, like get to know you a little bit, and that's what I brought to living proof because you are living proof.
Yeah.
Like
That's a good concept. I like
you
that.
are living proof. Like I don't care. You don't have to have a million followers to be living proof.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You just
you.
gotta be doing the work.
That's it. You got to be doing the work. So man, Summer, it's been amazing. It's been amazing chatting with you. It's been amazing, getting to know that boot camp. I'm gonna be in that boot camp. I'm
Yeah,
letting you
you
know
need
that right
to.
now.
I would,
I
but you
like I, I,
really need it.
I'm listen. It's always something you can learn.
True, that's true.
It's always that little thing. It's like that's what I was missing.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
just needed that. I don't need all the gems. And I think so many people they go in a room or they go in a mastermind or they go to a conference and they try to soak it all. It's like no, the power of one.
Yeah.
Move that one needle, and that thing could be a drastic change for your life, for your business, for your podcast, whatever that means.
That is true, that is true. Yeah, no, it's really beneficial, I think. My favorite part of it is that, like, you're learning the ethics of journalism. Like, this sitting here, this is a responsibility. Like, you have a responsibility to share my story, and you also have a responsibility to do it in a way that's, like, ethical, right? And so just knowing that, I think, is important. I think is what a lot of podcasters are missing.
Mhm. Like, people, they tell me, like, "Bro, you gotta go for the viral clips. Why you ain't ask that?" I said, "I can't sell, like, my soul. Like, it's goofy.
Exactly,
It's
exactly,
goofy to me.
exactly.
That's not me. That's not
Yeah,
authentic. Like, no, I wanna get the word out, like, "Hey, listen, this is what this person is doing because it's somebody looking for you."
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be somebody that said, "I watched this."
yeah.
How many times you say it? "Oh, I came across your page," or "I watched this," and now they're here.
Yeah, and it's crazy because, like, I think about, like, how much further I could be if, like, I went that way of, like, choosing the viral clips or selling my soul or, like,
Mhm.
getting on Instagram naked. Like, I could be so much further, but I'm like, that's not what I want my legacy to be. Like, just
Mhm.
simple as that. And respect to someone who does, but that's just not mine.
Alright, cool. That's crazy. Listen, coming to the boot camp,
Come
the
on.
qualifications, can I get a pass? Can I skip it? Can I
No, you can't. I gotta keep it fair. Just gotta keep it fair.
I ain't mad at that. Listen, before we get out of here, I need you to say, who was your dream guest?
Mm. I have a few. Can I tell you a few?
Yeah, I'm here for
Okay.
it.
So, Mara Brocker Keel, she's one of them. President Barack Obama, she's
Mm.
one of them. And what I wanna do is have a Saint so I'm from St. Louis, so I wanna have a St. Louis season, and I wanna talk to, like, Nelly, Chingy, Bradley Beal, Jason Tatum, Jordan Ward, Smino. I'd love to have a whole season of St. Louis people.
All those people from St. Louis?
Yes, they are.
I did not know that.
I know a lot of people don't, but I would love that. I think that would be so dope because no one knows.
They don't.
St. Louis is so underrated, but it's a really dope place.
Like one of my travel videographers, he's from Maryland. He moved to St. Louis, and I'm like, why are you still there?
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily live there or move there, but there is some really creative people that come from there and some really dope talent that I'd love to highlight.
Listen, they party, right? What's the name is from there? What's the girl's name? No, Red.
Sexy Red.
Yeah.
Sexy Red is from St. Louis. I'd have her on the show for sure.
You have her?
Yeah, I'd have her.
That's the first question you ask her.
I wanna ask her about them names of those, lip gloss. I'm like, "Sexy, why?" Like, I genuinely wanna know why. I've chatted with her before though, at Broccoli City, and she was cool, but we definitely I need to know why, love.
That's what's up, man. Listen, Sexy Red, man. Listen, come get on the pod.
Yeah,
Listen,
come on,
if y'all
Sexy.
want to start a podcast, listen, Summer Hill is the one to go to, right? She is the one up and coming in the DMV, right? Y'all, listen, fly in wherever you at. Like, she's located here. She gonna get you right. She gonna put her hands on you. She gonna make sure you in good hands. Like, you had this idea. It is time for execution, all right? So, Summer, let them know where they can find you at.
Yes, so I'm on Instagram at SummerFH. My podcast page is Summertime Podcast, and I'm on YouTube at It's Summertime. Summer is spelled with a O. Maybe we could put it on screen so they can see it.
It'll be on the screen somewhere around here. Listen, go follow her, go DM her. Y'all got dreams. Listen, and it's no better time than now. Stop waiting. All right. It is no better time than now. Do it now, because now stands for no opportunity wasted. Because it might be $1,000 right now, but next time it's 10.
Oh, it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up.
Listen,
It's
y'all,
going up.
y'all living proof, man. Listen, real people, real stories in real time. Let's get it. I'm out.